Today is November 4th, 2024. I was in Hartville. I walked into Mark's and this African American man is on the phone and he has it on speaker. I told that attorney I didn't think it was funny them having all those men do all those things to her and drug her and do all those things. Okay? See, that's one of their scams. They have an attorney doing this. Give me a name, I know them. So will my family. There's no attorney involved. It's a drug dealers lying to people. I would own them. See, they lied that an attorney had special permission to drug, beat, and rape people. Are you that stupid? Okay. I was raped and tortured and warned to stay quiet July to September 19th. Okay. It took me about November of 2020. I got enough courage to go up to the Ravenna courthouse. Some Asian lady said her husband died on the gunshot night, and I tried to get her help at 19, and that's how I got tortured. Okay. Then warned to stay quiet or happen again. Okay. Took me over a year to get enough courage to report it again. I go up and I sit outside the Ravenna courthouse. I call my sister. I know my car is bugged from the case, and some of the guys that work the case in the bar across the street. So I'm going through a lot of different things, and I said I have to go report this. Out walks two of the guys that I've seen. Okay? They look at me, look at each other, and say, "Where's that idiot over the house?" I go in, and the nice Ravenna officer with gray hair, mustache, and dandruff stands at the door. Usually says, "Hi, sweetie." If I say something out in the car, I'll have the boys look into it. This time he looks panicked. And I said, "Can I speak to Judge Timothy Ludick?" He was busy. I go to leave. He said, "I can't let you leave." I said, "I got to go." And I'm almost in tears by then. He's like, "I can't let you leave." I said, "I got to go." He said, "I can't let you go. I'll get two lady officers to take you down to Abigail, and I want you to talk to her before you leave." They got me. I went down and I talked to Abigail Watkins, Portage County prosecutor, victim activist. I sit down and I say, the FBI don't use sodium pentothal. I know. Nobody does. I know. Nobody drugs anybody. I know. Up walks a man with a tiny file. "I'm here for carrying around the house." Walks off with the lady officers while I'm talking to Abigail. Lady officer walks back and she said, "I'll walk you out." She looked at me and said, "I want you to run around, tell everyone you know what happened to you. Okay? You go tell the Portage County sheriffs. You need to hold the FBI accountable. People have got away with way too much. You go tell the Portage County sheriffs." Okay? See, Abigail in the courthouse didn't know about those people. So where'd you get special money permission, since there's no such thing? And attorneys would never be allowed to tape somebody unaware in their home. They're not impartial. The Fourth Amendment in the Constitution, the right of the people to be safe and secure within your own person. Nobody can touch you unless you want them to. It's assault. Your places, your homes, your papers and effects against all unreasonable searches or seizures shall not be violated. Your home can't be violated. Okay? No searches, no seizures, but upon probable cause warranted with an oath or affirmation of the people and places to be searched or seized. Now, to actually monitor you in your home, police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life with statements and a court order. Because you have a right to remain quiet, a right to an attorney, and a right to privacy. So would an attorney have special bunny permission? No, they didn't even know about them. Give me a name. The real law is if an attorney tapes you unaware in your home, breaking the Fourth Amendment, they lose their license, they go to jail and have to compensate you. Me and my family would own them. For admitting to taping all of us naked, using the bathroom. Illegal monitoring is 7 years. Tape someone naked is 4 years. 4 years of it's taking pictures of people naked without their permission or knowledge. It's selling them on porn sites. Sex trafficking videos. They admitted to taping my grandchildren and selling them on porn sites. Do you know how many people have admitted to see my grandkids go potty? Me showering, using the toilet. That's kiddie porn. Obtaining and dispensing it. Huh? Nobody drugs anybody. They're fake sodium pentothal reports of date rape, amnesia drugs, lacing drinks, bronchodilsine, black wake up with marks, bruises, throwing up, headache, almost passing out, and a severe personal infection. Waking up with injection marks, the same thing. Drugging somebody beat rape and an attempted extortion is racketeering. You can't harm anybody no matter what. So where would you get special permission from the courts to rape somebody? Drug them, beat them. That's absurd. Then be stupid enough in your stalking tapes, because that's what they're considered, stalking, cyber stalking. Photoshop shower scenes to make the person look weird in front of the cops and vets. And where you were drugging me up during the case, that you were laughing, you were doing it before and telling me to say stuff. And I thought it was a dirty well water killing me. Never seen or talked to anybody. Talk about scary movie shit. How would you like to take a drink out of a Diet Coke? 2-liter, pour it in a glass. Go to use the bathroom. Wash your hands. Come out, take a drink in the room, go to the same black. Wake up hours later. Dizzy, almost passing out, throwing up, heart racing, and severely infected. Or injection marks and more. Going to the doctors, the well water killing me. I know it's dirty, I just shower in it. It just had iron in it. I was afraid it had E. coli. They had it tested, it only had iron. That's why it was orange. Is it because I can't hardly even go to the bathroom? My private area was so swollen from being raped. And I have no memory of it. And where they were drugging me up and telling me to say stuff. Photoshop washing. I don't think it's funny doing such evil crimes to a human being and beating and raping them. My neighbor Mike got roofied in a bar. I'd walked out of my apartment about 5 in the morning, came up to me, didn't know how I got home. And he's like, I don't know how I got home. Go sleep it off. What do you and kept saying it. I went, what do you remember? The second beer. Go sleep it off. He's like, you don't understand. I got $80 in my pocket. I don't know where it came from. I'm like, you better check your bank. He did what I told him to. He took 100 out. He's like, what was in the box with mustard and how I changed my shoes? Just like, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm like, oh my God, they roofied him. I'm like, go sleep it off. He's like, I used to be a New York cop and you're pretty. I'm like, you need to go sleep that off. I told him later that he had told me he was a New York cop. He said, I don't even remember saying that. He said, I found out at the bar. I told people I was an astronaut. He was stoned out of his mind. That's what they were doing to me. And I was seen by Altman family physicians for losing about 18 pounds in 3 months. Throwing up, heart racing, migraine headache, almost passing out, and bruises I couldn't explain, muscle pain, and severe personal infection, and nobody thought of a rapist. I went to the Portage County Sheriff's, and I was talking to one in a recorder room. He told me, he said, Miss Hall, what these people are saying they did is illegal. It was none of our officers in your home. We weren't in your home or anybody else's home outside to protect a life case. I said, well, statements, yes. You have to have a court order. You don't get special permission. They lied. And I said, it's the Fourth Amendment. Police and agencies can only be in a home under a threat of life with statements. He said, yes, it is the Fourth Amendment. Because you have a right to remain quiet and a right to an attorney and a right to privacy. The law states no searches, no seizures, but upon probable cause, warranted with an oath or affirmation of the people, places, or things to be searched or seized. So, the right of the people to be safe and secure within your own person. Nobody can touch you unless you want them to, or it's assault. Your places, your homes, your papers, and effects against all unreasonable searches or seizures shall not be violated. It says right there, your home can't be violated. No searches, no seizures, but upon probable cause, warranted with an oath or affirmation of the people, places, and things to be searched and seized. That's why the police call them stalking tapes. Stalking. They were done by drug dealers, pimps. Drug cartel. The police have told people it's drug cartel. So what rogue attorneys end up with a drug cartel, drug beating, raping people, running a sextortion scam, of photoshopping a washing, and be stupid enough and say it in front of people in stores under tape and audio in front of the police and feds, and fake sodium pentothal reports where you get someone drugged up and stoned and tell them to say or do something, and photoshopping washing and stocking tapes. No attorney would do that. I talked to a criminal attorney. Dave couldn't hire Peter or anyone on his own, and nobody could be in my home before. Talked to Officer Reinhardt in Louisville. Even the FBI would go to jail for being in your home outside that protected light case with statements, and that agent had agreed to protect you and have statements of threat of life from everyone in that home, or they'd go to jail. They had to have a court order too. That's where the Portage County Sheriff's, what these people are saying they did is illegal on an ungodly level. Ravenna police too, and the courthouse didn't know about it. So where do you think that they can say they had permission? They didn't have knowledge of it. Illegal monitoring is 7 years. Without the sextortion, racketeering, drugs, rape, human trafficking, kiddie porn? Hmm? You can go endless amount of charges. They told people in 19, these people are confessing to heinous crimes. That's evil. Now, people realize, when you realize it's just drug dealers lying to you. I worked at this one client's home. Always liked to go over to his neighbors. So I was talking to his neighbor's wife while he's visiting. And she said, I used to work home health care. I worked for some guy in the mafia. You'd be surprised what comes out of their mouths. I know. She said they used to pull scams on people. They had one of their guys locked up in this jail. They had some guy have fake attorney credentials. Had one of their guys dress up in a police uniform. Wrote up a fake court release. Took it in, and the officer bought it and let one of their guys out. They were laughing. They got away with it. That cop probably got fired. He let a criminal out of jail. And they were laughing how they get away with scams. And people would fall for it, not even other police officers. It's a big drug scam. That's where officers in uniform. Karen, we all know nobody drugs anybody but the drug cartel. And it was a drug cartel in your home. Dave hired a drug dealer. A pimp. Pizza pimp. So was that Steve and Eric. In November 21, I took someone to Altman on Wales Road. Altman Sac Care Emergency Room. Maslin officer came in. I'm here to watch her. There's a Steve and Eric stock here. And we don't know who they are yet. And it's funny, nothing that they have is admissible. No, it's not. I went to the Starr County Prosecutor's office. I have a friend that works there. He said, Karen, it's a fraud scheme. We had all the signs of being drug beat and raped. Never seen her talk to anyone. And they're bragging they drugged you and told you to say stuff. And you had all the signs of being drug beat and raped. They probably did. Where they said that they set up button cameras and photoshopped a shower scene to make you look weird. It's clicking and pasting. It's a fraud scheme. Took them 30 seconds. I talked to a retired sheriff. No law enforcement would fall for a drug scam like that. It's stupid. In May or June of 19, one of those idiots were in the back of Liberty House here, got in the back, was laughing. They made it up that they had a right to be in our home before. They made it up that they had a case. Yeah, it's a scam. It's all made up. That's where March 20th, 24, they were laughing in Walmart 62 that they made up retired Judge Pete. They made up everything on me to get away with this. They made up everything. Like where they made fun of FBI agent John. June 7th, 23, FBI agent John would actually fall for the stunt at tapes before. Oh, come on now. It's only a stunt. You mean that FBI agent actually fell for it? You're kidding. Is that what's going on? FBI agent John fell for the stunt at tapes before. And publicly mocked him and sold videos of it. Where they keep telling you it's a drug scam and it's a cartel.